Okay, now that we've created our podcast on WavePad and saved it to Podbean and then shared it with our Google Plus, now we're going to go to our Google Plus and find it, and now we're going to put it on our website. So once again, I'm going to look here. There's Google Plus. I'm on my Google page. There's Google Plus. That should come up by default when you open Google now that you have a Google site. And here's that podcast that I just uploaded. So this is the podcast I'm going to be working with, and I'm going to put it into my Google site on the podcast page. Okay, so now that I have my podcast on my Google Plus page, I'm going to open a new window. I'm going to go to Google Sites and open my teacher website. And I've already created a podcast page, so I'm going to open my podcast page. There's nothing on it except it says podcast page. I'm going to write a brief description of my podcast. So I'm going to put, please listen to the podcast for more information about podcasting and publishing your podcast on your website. So a brief description, you can see that in the directions. And then what I'm going to do on here is go to Insert and see this link to Google Plus is Google Plus Post. And all we're going to do is put our link in here. And let me go back again and show you. Whoops, wrong one. I'm getting there. On my Google Plus page, I went here again and I can go to copy link. So there's my link. I copied it. And then I go back to my Google Sites page. And on Insert, Google Plus, Post, I put my link. Okay, now it looks funny when I first put it in. That's not very pretty. But I'm going to save it and watch what happens. Once it's saved, we get here and we get to the podcast. And when we click on it, it's going to take us right to that page where we can play the Google podcast. And so now you can see it's playing off of Podbean through our Google Sites, and we can play it. The term podcast is a combination of Okay, so there's that. That's how you post it. And make sure it works before you go on and finish your website. But that's all there is to podcasting. So good luck.